Hello there, year twos. This week, Maths Pack is all about time. Yeah. Right, let's look at the time here. You can see two different hands here. You can see a red hand, which is shorter than this blue hand. Okay, long hand is blue, goes round fast. Short hand is red, goes round slowly. And why is that? Because a long hand is going to be your minute hand. It tells you whether it's o'clock, half past, quarter to, or quarter past time. And your hour hand is going to tell you what hour we're on. Okay, you can see it's pointed to the big numbers here, so that's going to help you out as well. Right, let's get straight to o'clock times. O'clock times. You see this blue hand that's moving really fast? That's a minute hand. When it goes around all the way around once, that's 60 minutes, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. It goes 60 minutes all the way around, and the hour hand just goes round to the next number. So whenever it's pointing to the 12, the minute hand, whenever the minute hand is pointing to 12, it's an o'clock time. So we've got an o'clock time, and the hour hand is pointing to the 1. So it becomes o'clock, 1 o'clock. Okay, try this one. 3 o'clock, fantastic. All right, what about that one? 4 o'clock. Okay, what about that one? It's not an o'clock time. What are you doing? Some people get confused by this as well. If the little hand, the short hand, the hour hand is not pointing, it's pointing 12, it doesn't make it an o'clock time. This tells you whether it's an o'clock time if it points to the 12. Okay, so now it is pointing to the 12. The hour hand is pointing to 12 as well. This is a 12 o'clock. Good. Now let's move around all the way halfway around here to this time. Right? Whenever this blue hand, minute hand, long hand is pointing to the 6, it becomes a half past time. So this is a half past, and now this is halfway between the 12 and the 1. So it could be half past 12 or half past 1. What do you think? Has it gone past the 12 or has it gone past the 1? It's gone past that 12. If it goes past the 1, it'll go this way. Alright, so very careful when you're looking at this. Look which way around the clock goes. That's known as clockwise. Going backwards is known as anti-clockwise, but we're going to go forwards where the numbers are going up, then starting again. Continue going up and then starting again, okay? So, half past 12. How about this one? Is it half past 3 or half past 4? Half past 3. Good job. Let's take a look at this one now. Yes, gone past that 7, hasn't it? Half past 7. Keep your eye on that hour hand. There, it's gone past that 9, didn't it? Yep. Half past 9. Good. So now you got your o'clocks down. 9 o'clock. Half past down, half past 9. Now, here comes some tricky ones. It's a quarter past time. So, when this long hand is going to go quarter of the way around and touches the number 3 here, that becomes a quarter past time because it's gone past the hour. Let's have a look. At the moment, we're at 10 o'clock. I'm going to go quarter past, a quarter way of around for the minute hand, and it's kind of on 10, but it's gone past it just a little bit, so it's not exactly on the 10. It's gone past it. Can you see that? The hour hand's gone past the 10. That's why it's called quarter past 10. Fantastic. Let's see if you know what this one is. Quarter past 12. Yes, shout it out, children. Let's go. Let's have some more. What's that time? Quarter past 5. Excellent. Now take a look at this. It's going half past 5, and now it's nearly at the next o'clock time. That's the next o'clock time, 6 o'clock. It was nearly. Here it is. It's got a quarter of the way round to go. Okay? Quarter. So when it's pointed to 9, it becomes a quarter to. It's going to come to 6 o'clock. Yep. This is nearly at the 6. So quarter to 6. Right, it's coming up to the 6 o'clock. Not past. 2, yeah? Quarter to 6. Right, let's have a go at this one. That's right, it's a quarter to time because it's pointed to 9. Quarter to 7. What's this? Quarter past 6. Whew. Quarter to 7. Quarter past 6. Very confusing, eh? No, not confusing at all. You got this. You got this. Quarter to 7. All right. Let's just throw some in the mix here. All right. Here we go, children. What's that? 2 o'clock. Excellent. I'm going to go anti-clockwise here. What's that? 9 o'clock. Fantastic. This one. Ooh, 10:30. This one. Quarter past. That's right, quarter past 10. Here we go. And that's a quarter to. Quarter to 11. Yeah, I went pretty fast here, didn't I? There you go. Well done. So that's telling the time. Have a go doing that in your packs for day 1. And let's look at the next part of it, shall we? Right, so here's the second part of the day 1 pack. It's time to draw the clock faces. Right, so say stop when I reach, the first one's 7 o'clock, isn't it? Say stop when I reach 7 o'clock, okay? X at 7 o'clock, because the short hand's on the 7, the long hand is pointing to the 12 for the o'clock, okay? 7 o'clock. Now let's get to 2 o'clock. Yeah, that's it. 2 o'clock, because it's an o'clock time passing, touching the 12. 2, for the hour hand. 2 o'clock. 3:30. Okay, let's get to that 3 o'clock. Here's 3 o'clock. Now let's go halfway. This is 3:30. Draw that on. The long hand is pointing to the 6. The short hand is not pointing at the 3. It's halfway between 3 and 4. It's going past the 3. So when you're drawing it in your packs, make sure that this hour hand is halfway between 3 and 4 for your 3:30. Right? The next one is 8:30. So this is what 8:30 should look like. We've got to 8 o'clock here. 8:30 goes halfway round past the 8. The hour hand goes past the 8, halfway between the 8 and the 9. And the long hand is touching the 6. For the 8:30 time, right? 8:30. Here's a tricky one, 3:45. So if I get to, I'm going to get to 4 o'clock, but we're not quite there at 4 o'clock. When it says 3:45, okay, the long hand is pointing to the 9 because it's coming up to the next hour or the next o'clock time, and this hour hand is coming up to the 4. Not quite touching the 4 yet. It's coming up to the 4. So it's a little bit before the 4. So when you draw that, try and be accurate with this hour hand and make sure this is touching, or it's obvious that it's longer. Okay, when you're drawing the pictures, make sure it's obvious that this one is longer than that one. 3:45. And let's go to 4:15. So now we're at 4 o'clock. We're going to go past the 4. Quarter of the way around. There we go. Long hand on 3, short hand going past that 4, 4:15, and finally 5:45. Okay, here's my 6 o'clock. Are we going past the 6? I want to come up to the 6. 6:15. What does it say? 5:45. That's it. 5:45. It should look like this. Get the long hand on the 9 and get the short hand on that, well, up to the 6. Not quite there at the 6, but coming up to the 6. Right, that is 5:45. That's day 1 done for your maths packs. Well done, kids. You've done really well.